A Christian Protestant pastor was preaching in a church and had a great influence on the people there. His sermons reached directly into the hearts of those who listened. Over time, more and more people began coming to that church. As the number of attendees grew, the church members realized that this pastor's messages were uplifting and helpful. So they decided to start broadcasting the church services live on the internet. The sermons began to be streamed on YouTube. In this way, they also reached people who listened from home, from their phones or computers. However, among those watching the live streams, there was a person who constantly wrote negative comments about the pastor. From his home, he imagined false things and posted hurtful and slanderous messages. Even more, he used multiple accounts to do it. The pastor and the church committee talked about it and wondered if anyone knew who the person behind those comments was. No one knew anything, so they decided to leave the matter in God's hands. One day, the pastor had to travel abroad. While he was on the airplane, he suddenly heard a man's voice behind him crying and saying, "Brother Pastor!" The pastor turned around to see who it was. He noticed a man with tears in his eyes. "Brother Pastor, is that really you? Please forgive me," the man said through his sobs. The pastor looked at him in surprise. "What do you want me to forgive you for? I don't even know you." Still crying, the man said, "Brother Pastor, I'm the one who wrote those negative comments about you on YouTube." The pastor answered briefly and seriously, "I forgive you." After those words, the airplane continued its flight for 2 more hours. Neither of them spoke another word. As they were approaching their destination, the pastor realized that what he had said earlier was not truly a complete act of forgiveness. So he turned to the young man and said, "Come with me to a restaurant. I want to invite you for a meal." They went together to a restaurant. They talked for several hours. The pastor paid for the meal. He even bought him a dessert. During their conversation, the young man opened his heart. He confessed the real reason why he had been writing those hateful comments. He said that throughout his entire life he had never felt loved. At school, everyone made jokes about him. He was always rejected and pushed aside. Because of the pain he carried inside, he had eventually found a strange satisfaction in writing bad things about other people. But the kindness the pastor showed him broke his heart. It changed him. Sometimes evil is not healed by more evil. Sometimes it is healed by kindness. Would you be willing to do good to someone who has hurt you? Maybe by doing so, you could help them change.